Now, what did Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam want from Allah during the dunya? What was the big question that he asked Allah? What was the major request that he asked Allah? Rabbi arini anzura ilayk. You can imagine this. That he asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to see him. Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam, he was blessed with being the one that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala spoke to. وَكَلَّمَ اللَّهُ مُوسَى تَكْلِيمًا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala spoke to Moses. But Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam and his nature, his nature is very different than other prophets. Our Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa ala alihi never asked. Sayyidina Nabi salawatu rabbi wa salamu alayhi wa ala alihi never asked, Ana abd. I'm a servant. I'm a humble servant before you, my Lord. I don't ask. Whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bestows upon me, Allahumma lak alhamd. Never asks. But in the realm of prophethood and the realm of perfection of moral character, our Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa ala alihi was in that state, and he taught us what to be like in that state. And he sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa ala alihi, in this regard, when it came time for the prayers to be reduced, he went and asked only when told he should ask by Sayyidina Musa, and only when confirmed that he should ask by Sayyidina Jibreel alayhi salam. So Sayyidina Musa makes a major ask of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Oh Allah, show yourself to me. He wanted to see his Lord subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told him, you cannot see me, but look to this mountain. And if it is still standing firm, then you will see me. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala unveiled a light of his lights to the mountain. And the mountain was crumbled into dust. And Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam fell unconscious. فَلَمَّا أَفَاقَ. And when he got up, Subhanak, glory be to you, tubtu ilayk. I've repented to you, Ya Allah. He asked something that he realized was not for him. And in one narration, Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam is told at that time, you asked for something that is for an orphan that will come after you. And who is that orphan? Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa ala alihi. So our Habib sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa ala alihi sees Allah with that faculty of the spiritual eye. And as we said earlier, if one of your friends goes to the Haramain Sharifain, if you have a friend who goes to Mecca al-Mukarramah and Al-Madina al-Munawwara, when they return, there's a special aura upon them. It's as if the place that they were, Mecca al-Mukarramah and Al-Madina al-Munawwara, has imprinted something upon them. And so when you go to see them, when you hug them, you see a change in their aura, you see a change in their spirit, and you just want to hug and you don't want to let go, because as if you are seeing Al-Haramain Sharifain, the two holy sanctuaries. When you see that friend, and they just came back from the Haramain Sharifain, and you see them as if that imprint from the holiness of where they were is upon them, and you're gazing at a mirror of it, something, a reflection of it. Now imagine Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa ala alihi seeing Allah, having that proximity in his heart to Al-Hadra of Al-Mawla subhanahu wa ta'ala, and he's coming back, and now Sayyidina Musa is seeing the imprint of what that proximity has done upon the Muhammadan alayhi salatu wasalam being. Wow. And that's the closest he gets to his request. And some of the spiritual saintly scholars said that yes, Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam sent the Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa ala alihi back because the text tells us why. I've had experience with Bani Israel. They're not going to pray 50 times. Yes, that is the outward reason, and that's what we know from narrations. But they said that There's also another reason. He wanted more and more of that spiritual proximity imprint upon the Prophet ﷺ, so he could experience it more and more and more. And so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala took Al-Habib Al-A'zam sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa ala alihi into places and spaces that only our Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa ala alihi could go in. And these are the treasures of the dunya, and these are the treasures of the akhirah.